Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody watching today. If you're watching today is Monday, the 16th of May. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you have an incredible weekend out there, going out and checking out the beautiful weather out there and going out to support local establishments and live entertainment. Some of those outside patios were all open because everybody's out having a great time. So I hope you guys had a good time too, man. We had a great weekend for you. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. We have a lot of things to talk about. We got a real busy week for you, folks. So I hope you guys are having a great day. It's going to be good tonight. Today, it's good. A lot of good things to talk about, folks. First of all, I want to thank everybody that showed up on Friday night in Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Thank you so much for that with Rhino Ryan. It was a great time. Now, Saturday night, we were at the Club Arcada Speakeasy in St. Charles. It was a nice turnout, and it was great. The band did an incredible job. Tony Toto, Danny Ramundi, Daryl Armenstad, and Rhino Ryan. It was great seeing Mike and Tracy, too, on Saturday night. And then, of course, we were there on Sunday as well, 2 nights there. And Sunday, we were there for Sinatra Sunday, me and Jerry Jams. And Mike and Tracy showed up from Good Clean Fun. And they came out and they came up and sang a song. So that was a lot of fun. So thank you guys all for that. Let's talk about some good things, folks. But let's talk about sponsors. McCampbell Law Group, Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. Everybody out there needs a lawyer, and if you need a good one, my man is Roy McCampbell. Give him a call at 708-275-4264. Tell him Tony O sent you. Also, let's not forget our friends from Deutz Power Center. They're right out of Elgin, Illinois, servicing the construction and diesel industry for the last 100 years. Call Sal at 224-276-6550. The numbers and everything is all at the bottom of the screen here, folks, if that stuff fits for you. How about Airtight Windows? Siding specialist, family owned for 30 years. For honesty and quality, do it right with Airtight. Lou will give you a free estimate. Great guy, I tell you. He's the best. 708-788-5000. Maybe he'll sing you a few bars too when you go see him. Got a good voice. My good buddy Louis Pipes. So, good stuff, and it's good to have the supporters here, folks. Let's not forget Don Esteban Cigars. Now that it's getting warmer out there, I'm sure you guys are ready to go out golfing, sitting on the porch, open up the pool, whatever you're doing, a little nice cigar. Get a hand-rolled cigar. Ask for the Tony Ocean special at 727-366-7536. Give Javier a call. He'll take care of you. You can follow the show on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, and you can also see the show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and share the page. Right now, if you're watching this show, push share. Spread the word for Ocean's Pit. And I would really appreciate it. Just never forget Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois. Anthony and Carmela do an incredible job recreating good hair days. Forget the sprays and the hats. Guys, get it done. Simple, easy, and inexpensive. 773-999-7888. You won't be disappointed. All right, let's say hello to a few friends here in who's watching here today. Richard Hamlin, Joe Naska, Yvette, Christine, I hope you had a good birthday. Erica, I hope you're feeling better, honey. Marion, I hope you're doing well. It's nice, Kathy Eppolito, Richard Hamlin, how you doing, my friend? Nice to see you guys. Angelo Packy's in the house. Good afternoon. Oh, I'm trying to be happy, folks. It is. I wake up every morning and I'm happy. I mean, I'm still a little grumpy along the way, but I'm still happy. Don't forget, folks, we got a lot of good things coming up this week. This Wednesday, we'll be at Manny's. That's May 18th. We'll be at Manny's in Elmhurst, 7 o'clock with Jerry Jams Renda. Friday, returning to Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg with Rhino Ryan. And Saturday, we'll be at a brand new place called Champions Sports Bar in Plainfield, Illinois, 8 o'clock hit with Jerry Jams. That's a lot of good stuff happening this week. Tonight, I'm rehearsing with Mojo's Jukebox. That's my new rock band, ready for the show coming up on the 29th. And then Tuesday, tomorrow, is the big rehearsal for our big show coming up. Of course, you know, it's 30-year anniversary, celebrating 30 years in the business. And I couldn't have done it without people that support me and the establishments and everybody out there. It's always been kind to me. So 30 years, we're going to have a big bash. It's going to be at the Des Plaines Theater. I know it's a broken record if you're watching this show, but it's going to be fun. 30 years only happens once, and I've been very blessed. So let me tell you the lineup, and let me tell you the details. Sunday, May 29th at the Des Plaines Theater, produced by Ron Onesti, the master of ceremonies, and Nick Sahajas, the piano man. So we got the Hitmen, of course, the Chicago Hitmen, his band backing me up, along with the great entertainers of Diva Montel, Kim Peterson-LaFew, Regina Karma, my sister Tanya Carrara coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the great Jack D'Amico from the original Chicago Rat Pack. Funny man Matt Cassane will be joining us. How about All Tree, Jersey Girls? All Tree will be there. Mike and Tracy from Good Clean Fun will be there. How about my band Mojo's Jukebox playing the after party starting at 5 o'clock. Now, the whole show starts at 3. Yeah, probably a little late, but we'll be there. Kicking it off, let's not forget Ocean's Rat Pack will be there. Bill Saratella and Elliot Winbush. I'm excited that. How about, of course, John Vincent? You can see John singing the national anthem at all the home Chicago Cub games, and a great voice himself doing some Sinatra with us. It's going to be fun. And my rock and roll band, the Dream Police, doing their tribute to Cheap Trick. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited about it. Get your tickets at oshows.com. That's oshows.com. Join us. It will be a lot of fun. All right, so much stuff to talk about. I just want to say prayers out to a friend of mine. We used to work together many years. His name is Joe Briganti. Had a stroke, and he's a great vocalist and not doing too well. So our prayers go out to the Joe Briganti out there. Joe, I hope you get better, my friend. All right, so busy stuff. I hope you're having a good time out there, man. I hope you're doing hard, but I hope you guys are just going out and enjoying life, because that's all we can do. A couple other things coming up, folks. Let's not forget Royal Rumble in the Jungle. That's right, Rosemont Royal Rumble, produced by Bobby Hitz. That's right. It's going to be the Dream Police kicking off that show Saturday, June 18th. Boxing at its finest, and the Dream Police to kick it off in Rosemont. Go for Hits Boxing for tickets to that show outside in the Dome in Rosemont. Rumble in Rosemont. Going to be a lot of fun there. I'm excited to be doing that. And then, of course, we're going to be, I was nominated for the Josie Awards. It's the 8th annual Josie Awards, folks, and it's the #1 independent music award show in the United States. So I was nominated for this show, Ocean's Pit, because of you people. Now, I don't know how I got nominated, but I did. I think it's got to go out to Nick and Phyllis. That might have put a little bird in their ear. I'm hoping. But thank you, Nick and Phyllis, for that, and I'm honored. So we're going to be October 23rd. We'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, and we'll be attending the ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, at the Grand Ole Opry. What's the chances Tony Ocean in Nashville, and Tony Ocean, better yet, at the Grand Ole Opry? That's huge. Whether I win or not, it's still huge. So it's a lot of fun. Yes, Albert, great seeing you both nights, my friend. Prayers to our friend Lena, Alan. Thank you, Alan and Lena, for coming to the show on Saturday night. Lena kind of had a little step during sound check over there for the show, but she's. Hopefully, I talked to Alan today. Me and Alan text. So prayers. She's going to be fine. Yeah, Joe, prayer. I just said that, Tony Toto. Great job you did, Tony, on Saturday. Thank you for that. It's going to be great. Joanne, how you doing? Marion, again, hope everybody is good. All right. So, and then don't forget Taylor Street Fest. Everybody's longing. When is Ron Onesti coming back with Taylor Street Fest? Well, here's the dates, folks. August 11th to August 14th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm there on the 12th. It's a Friday with my main event band. It's going to be fun, and I'm just excited to have those festivals back again. And then you guys keep asking, when is the remote coming back? Now, this Thursday, my wife will be here in the studio. Finally, it's been 2 weeks because of stuff that's been happening with the family. Didn't have time to get her on. Well, she will be co-hosting with me this Thursday. But we'll be doing our live remote, folks. That's right. We do it. Well, we used to do it once or twice a month, but now we're going to be going to a place called, are you ready? It's called Cousins in Roselle. So we're excited. We're going to be there 12 o'clock noon on the 16th of June, Thursday. Call, get reservations. First 10 people get a $10 gift card, and you can be part of the live audience of Ocean's Pit. Thursday, June 16th at Cousins in Roselle. Pete and Dino do an incredible job there, and I'm happy to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And coming up next Monday, folks, I have a publicist. His name is Bernie DeMaio. Old school guy, gets you in papers, gets you in magazines, gets you stuff. And we already did an interview with the Pioneer Press thing. We did one with the Daily Herald. And now we're going to be this Monday coming up, folks. That's May 23rd. Mark it down. At 10:30 a.m., we'll be doing a live interview on WBBM, #1 Chicago Talk Radio. That's going to be Monday the 23rd, 10:30 in the morning. We're going to actually do a couple numbers and a little interview pushing the great 30th anniversary. It's going to be a lot of fun. WBBM Chicago. I'm excited. This Monday coming up at 10:30. We'll keep you guys more posted in that. Helen Tenuta, how you doing? Lena, yeah, wondering. Well, Lena and sometimes Alan, sometimes they go see their favorite ex, they go up and they play tambourine or they sing or they do some stuff with everybody. Do it with me. They do it with clean fun. They do it, and they're great guys, and they come to shows and they're great dancers. They're good people. Well, I guess as they finished the sound check at the Arcada, she went down the stairs and she tripped. This was downstairs during sound check, not upstairs during the speakeasy. This was during the Peter Noon thing. So, Alan, Alina, I hope you're feeling better, honey. All right. That's good. So we got that stuff taken care of. I want to say also thanks to Kathy, Nick, and Mike Swistek. We did an early party on Friday. I think it was 5 to 7, and celebrating Mike's 60th birthday. So thank you guys, the Swistek family, and great job, Daryl Armenstad, on Friday. I do really appreciate that, guys. All right, we got a lot of things to talk about, so let's go right to it. To who knows, it's National Movie Day today. We all love movies, folks. National O-Meter Day. I don't know, they come up with this stuff. O-Meter Day. You know, it's not, I don't get it. And why would anybody ask about it? What do I know? A little crazy as it is, but it is nuts out there with that, right? A little crazy. Boy, there was a bunch of birthdays I think we might have missed as well. Yeah, I think we did. So let's get some of those from last week. We forgot the Adler Planetarium celebrates 92 years. Happy birthday to the the Planetarium. I love it. Used to go there all the time as a kid. Stevie Wonder, of course, the great soul singer-songwriter Stevie Winwood from Traffic celebrates a birthday. Roy McCampbell, MJ's wife, celebrated a birthday this past weekend. Happy birthday. The great Yogi Berra from the New York Yankees. Lisa Marie, the great singer from Reckless, her son Anthony celebrated a birthday this past weekend. Burt Bacharach celebrates a birthday. Eric Singer, one of the drummers from the band Kiss, celebrated a birthday this past weekend. How about 24-year anniversary to Harry Carey? Hi, Steve. Holy cow. Boy, do we not miss Harry Carey. 24th, Dennis Rodman from the Detroit Pistons, and later, of course, one of the reasons why Michael Jordan won those championships, because of Dennis Rodman, the best defensive player ever, celebrates a birthday as well. Kim Fields, remember her, Tootsie, whatever, Tootie from The Facts of Life, celebrates a birthday. Paul Collins, one of my favorite pop guys from the band The Beat, celebrate a birthday. Very, very cool. Also, folks, Scott Walker from the Walker Brothers has passed away. Remember the song, Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore? Well, that was the Walker Brothers. Scott of the Walker Brothers has passed away. Our prayers go out to the Walker family. These are some of the stuff we missed on Friday, because I had Chris Minardi on, and the conversation just kept going, so I couldn't get to a lot of good stuff. I love this quote, and I want you guys all to live by this quote, because I do, and I think you all do too. If you listen to this show and you follow me whether it was 30 years ago and you do it now, I love this quote. Be a little twisted. Because I think we are all a little twisted in our own ways. So as long as you stay twisted in your head, I think we're going to go far. Be a little twisted. That's what I like, folks. All right. How about this? According to CBS, folks, now this is crazy. Here's a guy that breaks into some guy's house, takes his lawnmower, and then cuts his grass. He breaks into his house. He steals the lawnmower. He doesn't take the lawnmower for himself. He cuts the guy's grass. What do you know? CBS. That's kind of cool, actually. Probably just could have asked. I don't know what the whole story behind that is, but I thought that was very interesting. I want to say congratulations to my New York Yankees, man, beating the Sox 3 out of 4, right, games. Unbelievable. They're unstoppable, those New York Yankees, man. As long as they stay healthy, we might go for 28 world championships, folks. We'll have to see what happens with that. All right. My good friend, the great Sam Aramonti, he was a judge, of course, Cook County judge years ago. He retired. But you know what? When he was a lawyer, ladies and gentlemen, he represented John Wayne Gacy. And if you know Sam Aramonti, one of the great guys, his family's fantastic, been a friend for mine for a long time. He's a brand new documentary on Netflix. And I'm going to tell you, Conversations with a Killer. It was a story about John Wayne Gacy, you know, the crazy guy from Norwich, who had all those kids or people found underneath his basement, whatever it was. It's on Netflix. But when he interviews him and the reporter interviews him on the documentary, defending and talking with John Gacy, he said it was one of the most scariest times in his life. And you would think he would be, you know? I mean, that is not, I mean, you got to know when you're a lawyer, it's got to be hard because sometimes you got to represent people that you know are guilty, but your job is to defend them. And Sam did an incredible job to try to defend a man that, you know, what are you going to do? Obviously, the guy was a fucking white psycho and crazy for what he did and killed all those people. But you hire an attorney and he did whatever he could. But Sam Aramonti is one of the best. So congratulations, Sam, on the documentary and everything like that. Gary Witz, I am the new drummer in a cover band named Road Runner. The band totally formed 78. And all right, let's speak. Okay. Anyway, congratulations, Gary, on your band, The Road Runner. And enjoying myself. Good luck with that. All right, so let's talk about more. The great, he's a musician, was with Nick Sahaja's band for many, many years. John Erst, he was in the band with Nick Sahajas for many years. But his full-time job, him and his wife run a very big jeweling company, jewelers. Rogers and Hammerstein, 9 years, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations for President Club. So they won, that means service, that means quality for jewels. He did a great job. So John, congratulations, and I'll see you tomorrow. Very cool. That's a nice event, man. That's a nice statue or some present to get when you own a company that long and you win like 8 years in a row. So that means they run a tight ship over there and they do a good job. So congratulations on that. People who own dogs say, ladies and gentlemen, that 69% of people who own dogs are more happy. I agree with that at certain times. When you're doing a talk show and your dog barks, that's not the best time. But other times we love, so they say 69% of people are happier when they own dogs.
How could you not love?
How can you not love any dog? I love all dogs, and I really do. And I think, to be honest with you folks, if you're a dog man, man's best friend, they know when you're sad. They know when you're happy. They know when you're, you know, they know. And when you talk to them, they understand. Well, Zoe doesn't understand too much. She understands a lot of stuff. She only agrees with what she wants to agree with. Right now, the only problem we're having with Zoe is that she doesn't get along with Bella and Mia. Now, this was Bella and Mia's home. They were the kings of the castle. Now the big bad wolf shows up, or the dragon shows up, and they're, you know, rah, 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 rah. So we're working on that. She's going to doggy daycare 2 days a week, and hopefully they'll get her to get along with the other 2 dogs. So I'm a big dog lover. I love them. I know, Jerry, you lost yours, and not at 3 a.m. when the dog wants to go out. Denise, you're absolutely right. And our dog goes out and then wants to come back in and goes out and then wants to come back in because she rings the bell at the door. So that's a great sign because you know she wants to go out. Sometimes she just likes to go out. So maybe the first time she rings the bell, she really has to go number 1 or number 2. But the second or third time at 3 o'clock in the morning is not good. No, it's not. But she's a sweetheart. What are you going to do? So 69% people more happier with owning dogs. And I truly do believe that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, May 13th, just this past weekend, 1998, Sir Francis. Of course, Francis Albert Sinatra passed away. You know, I'm a diehard Sinatra fan, and a lot of my fans are, my friends are, Rat Pack, of course. And I do remember people asked me where I was, and I was performing with my good buddy Jack D'Amico and Lonnie, the late Lonnie Parler, who played Sammy Davis. We were in Aruba, and we used to do like 8-9 weeks a year in Aruba. So here we are eating breakfast in Aruba when we got the call that Frank Sinatra passed away at the age of 98 years old. It was sad losing Frank. And the same month, I lost my father at 58 years old. So Frank Sinatra, folks, though, your music and movies will always be on because there's so many guys out there that's keeping your music alive. So horrible, but it's sad because all the great ones are gone. Ring the bell and mess with you. There you go. You're absolutely right. All right. Here, this is an interesting story. You remember you go to the circus or you go to carnivals, you go to fairs, Renaissance Fair, and they have a guy that paints your face. You've probably all done it at one time, whether it's your kid doing it or you want to do it, whatever, and walk around all day with it. But now there's a couple people here. This happened in Florida. Some of these kids got rushed to the hospital because they got an allergic reaction to the paint. Makes sense. That stuff is on you. And if you know what, so thank God these kids are okay. But there was a bunch of them that went in. Now, I don't know if the paint was bad. I don't know if the tools that they use weren't sanitized, or it's just the kids are allergic to paint, which is you guys remember, I don't know if you this goes back from your older people that are listening, you know, in the original Wizard of Oz, Buddy Epson, who played Jed Clampett in the Beverly Hillbillies, and who played Barnaby Jones, the detective show, he was up for the Tin Man part in the movie. When they put the gold paint, the silver paint on him, he had an allergic reaction and he couldn't do the play. He couldn't do the part in the movie. I mean, that would have boosted his career even bigger. But I can see that happening. So be careful when you take your kids this summer to these festivals and stuff, and make sure that you won't allergic to that stuff because it could be very deadly. These kids ended up in a hospital. Just little things out there, folks. I don't know. You never realize how long a minute is until you have to exercise. I've never been an exercise guy. The only thing I do for any activity besides singing, and when I'm singing, my left leg is always up and down. So that's keeping the blood going. But I walk, thank God, one thing for Zoe, folks, I try to take them out every day for a walk. We spend about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, and I take the dog out. And that's been good for me. It helps me, you know. What chemicals are in face paint? Among the harmful ingredients found in these products are lead. Oh, there you go. Jerry Grenda, our roving reporter. Jerry, there you go. So look at some of the stuff that you might be allergic to. Patrick, how you doing, my friend? It was great seeing you again last week at Avanzari. I appreciate it, my friend. The parents should have artists put a dab of paint on the child 1 hour before doing the face paint. Oh, there you go, Denise. Thank you so much for that information. So if you're going to go to these carnivals and stuff, maybe stop. Your kid wants to get it done. Go over there. Tell them to put something, a little dot or something. And, you know, if there's something breaks out, then you know that you can't put that on that face. Denise, thank you for that. That's great advice. Tony, I'm Diamond Lake. Vito's Auto performs at a place Friday and Saturday that we put out. We are out in Fish Lake Beach Resort for our summer home. Oh, well, Marion, I hope you guys are. Oh, and Denise is a nurse. Oh, well, nurse, Denise, thank you for everything you do. The first responders, of course, the nurses, the doctors, firemen, policemen. Thank you, nurses. Won't make it to your party again. Sorry. I totally understand. Enjoy your summer home that you can go up to every weekend. All right. Enjoy. Anyway, what I'm replaying. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Denise, for that stuff. And again, Denise, I feel sorry for some of the nurses out there. And I did mention this in the show, guys, that in 2020, when all these nurses were out there risking their lives, taking care of people during COVID-19, they weren't vaccinated. No. Then all of a sudden they had to get vaccinated or they lost their job. I know a lot of nurses that had to quit. So whatever your point of view is when it comes to the shot, thank you, nurses, for what you did when you didn't have to take the shot, or you do have to take the shot. You were still helping, and that's important. So kudos to all the nurses out there. Denise, thank you so much. Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, folks. Boy, let's see what else we got here. Never be a prisoner of your past. It's just a lesson, not a life sentence. You've heard it a time. There's a lot of people out there that hold that grudge. You know what I mean? It's too short life. People are here one day, they're gone the next. So we all make mistakes. We all fuck up. We all might make 3 or 4 mistakes. But in 30 years that I've been doing this, boy, did I fuck up. But I learn. I'm not perfect. It's like if you're an alcoholic or you're a drug addict and you're having a problem and they try to get clean. Relapse, sometimes that happens. It's part of the recovery. So when you screw up, sometimes it's just part of life. Sometimes it's beyond your control. But there's a lot of people out there that grudges eat you up from the inside. Denise, there you go. There you go, emo, right? It is what it is. So don't feel bad if anything you might have done in your past. It's over. Move on. EU, of course, that's the European Union. They're telling people that they're removing the masks from traveling when you're in Europe. Some people are still afraid of the wearing the mask and not wearing the mask. Jerry, a friend of mine, Jerry Jams, of course, said that some of his cousins went on a cruise ship, wherever they were, and then they end up going to Alaska, and then they end up having COVID when they got to Alaska. So some people are still kind of iffy and off, whatever, with the mask, not the mask. It's up to you. But I'm just saying, here in Europe, have lifted the mask mandate in Europe for travel. So if you're going out there, is pizza comfort food? One of the questions today, is pizza comfort food? Everybody loves pizza, folks. I don't care. I like my favorite is cheese and sausage. It could be thin. It could be thick. It's got to have cheese and sausage. Maybe pepperoni. I like it with giardiniera. But is it pizza a comfort food? I don't know. People need it. People love it. People also about pizza, you ever notice, folks, that like my kids don't like leftovers. Our kids do not like leftovers. Maybe pasta one day after it's done. Pizza, they don't care how long it's in the fridge. They'll eat it the next day. Sometimes pizza tastes better the next day. There you go. My brother's stuck in Canada. Won't let him fly to the United States. Any food is comfort food if it makes you feel good. Well, I agree with you, Patrick. Good point. Any food is comfort food. Very, very good, my friend. All right, let's get back to the politics side of the show. And I know we don't like to talk about it, whether you're Democrat or Republican, but these are some questions that make you go, that's suspicious. And we haven't done that suspicious in a long time, ladies and gentlemen. So That's suspicious. That's right, folks. Joe Biden sending 40 billion with a B money, our taxpayers' money, $40 billion to Ukraine. Then the U.S. Senate, Rand Paul blocks it from happening. Now, I understand we need to help other countries. I understand what they're going through. But you also have to help the United States. So whether you're Democrat or Republican, this is just a little screwball. And he tried to do it, but U.S. Senator Rand Paul blocked it from happening, so it will not be happening. But that's suspicious. All right, folks, you're watching Ocean's Pit. And here's another thing, folks. I know it's a bad topic to talk about because, remember, here's something that I do agree with, and I think most women out there will agree with me. I'm not a doctor. You're absolutely right. I know nothing about that kind of stuff. I do know one thing. When it comes to passing laws in Congress, men should not be able to pass laws about anything that happens to a woman's body. They should have no right on that. That is the woman decide what she wants to do. Abortions have killed millions more than COVID ever did. Abortions. It's a really iffy subject. But what I truly believe, and I think everybody that's watching this show, a bunch of old men in Congress sitting around making rules about what a woman should do with her body is completely not right. That I agree with. You have to do what you have to do for yourself. But a bunch of grumpy old men bitching and moaning at 85 and up who haven't had sex in years probably, talking about abortion. Probably don't, and their kids are probably born or grown and they don't take, no. These men should not be making rules and laws for what women should do with their body. And that's just me. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Man accused of killing his wife. No, that can't be that much of a news. You hear that all the time. Let me see if I got this right. You know what? Forget that story. Because sometimes I write so sloppy, I don't even know what I'm writing. So there you go. All right, listen to this. Now, ladies out there, I was going to use this story with my wife, but we have a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing stories with her that for the last couple of weeks I didn't want to talk about because it's about marriage and women and stuff like that. But this story here, folks, here is a mom sentenced to 30 years in prison for allowing her teen daughter to have sexual affairs with a 47-year-old man. This is the mother of the daughter. It's a teen. It's a baby still. I got it. Teenagers, but they're still your baby. Go ahead and have sex with a 47-year-old man. What is wrong with these people? Why? The question is, why? Is the man rich so you can live off this guy's money? So you're pimping out your teen kid? What is the reason why this is happening? 47-year-old man should not be screwing around with a teen. Some sick people in this crazy, twisted world that we live in. Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, folks. Yeah, right? You want to find out good stuff, but hey, here's another sponsor. Don't forget Hardcore Italian Chicago. Let's make sure you go to Hardcore Italians Chicago and like the page. Mike does an incredible job. Hardcore Nation. There you go. You don't have to be Italian to like Hardcore Italian, but go to the page and like it. Worse than sick emo, probably pimping her out. Did they prosecute him? You know what, Denise? That's a good point. I did not. Nothing. I don't know what happened to the man, but you got a good point. You can't. All right. Good point. You brought that up. The man's a sicko for going along with it. But if the mother gave it the okay, it's still fucking wrong. I don't care. Good point, Denise. Thank you. In New York, they say you can murder your mother and father, then ask for mercy because you're an orphan. Woo! Angelo. Wow. Now that's a story. Yeah, the rules. Crazy what we're going through, right, folks? All right. You guys are going to be, we're talking about cruises. You guys are going to be traveling. Some people are afraid to go on cruises. Some people aren't. But if you're going to go on a cruise, let me give you some top 11 things that you should know about before you enter a cruise ship. If you're doing it for the first time, if you're a repeat customer to cruises, then you might know some of this stuff already. Number one, do not get sunburned in the first day. It ruins your whole trip. You're done. Finito. Finished. So, first day, make sure. Be very, very careful. Number two, do not walk barefoot in the public bathrooms. Try to put your little... Now, I'm guilty for that too. If I'm on a cruise ship and I'm laying out, came in the pool, I ain't putting my shoes back on. Sometimes I don't think, because I might have had a few of those. When you walk through, you're walking, whatever it is, and you're going to the bathroom. So, yeah, don't work barefoot because you're probably spreading a lot of germs. You think when you're buying that private balcony, you're wrong. It's not that private, folks. Look into that. They make you think it's really private, but it's not really that private if you're paying that extra money for that balcony. Make sure you get back to your ports on time. That's kind of more common sense, or you'll miss when the boat takes off again. Make sure. Very, very good. Folks, number 6, don't try to outdrink your beverage package. I know there's some of you guys that are, hell with this. It's all you can drink. I'm going to make sure I get my money's worth. No, it ain't going to happen. First of all, the drinks are watered down. I noticed that when we were in Mexico. I was drinking all day, and I got up, and I wasn't hungover at all. But don't try to outdrink your drink beverage. You know those guys, well, I paid this money, and I'm going to get my drink. No. Please do not do a belly flop. Do not enter the belly flop contest on a cruise ship. I know you might think it's fun and you kids might get a laugh out of it, but you can hurt yourself. So no belly flop contests if you're jumping on a cruise. And here's something that I thought was really kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys do it. They have that safety deposit box in your room. They're saying do not leave your passports in there. Do not leave your valuables in there because someone might steal it. There's a safe, but someone's got to have the combination of all those safes. So I don't know where you put the passports. Do you keep them in your purse, your sun bag, whatever? Every time, I don't know if that's safe either. Now, we've put stuff in our safe. Nothing's ever happened, thank God. But this is number 8. Don't pack all your clothes the day before you leave, because sometimes the boat has got to be stop again, or it might not leave on time. So make sure you wait maybe that morning to pack and find out what the agenda is with the cruise ship. Very, very important. Remember, folks, that the crew are people too. Please take care of the crew. You take care of the crew, they take care of you. It's a law. It's a law that I apply when I go on a cruise. I find, and I know I'm going to be sitting, or when I go to all inclusive, I know probably maybe you guys might do this too. You find that one guy there that's going to be there, and he's going to make sure you got the right seat, so you got the right spot in the sun. You get the guy $40, especially if you go somewhere, give him some money. He remembers you. He'll get you that drink. That drink will come every half hour or whatever. You'll always say, sir, always tell him your first name. Don't go, hey, you, I need another one. No, don't talk that way to these people. Get to know their name. Find out what they're about. Tip the guy when you see him, because then you'll make sure that you have that nice spot right in the sun for you. Or if you're looking for an umbrella with shade, he can do that for you too. So some tips for people that are going on cruises that you probably knew already, but just just giving it back again, just in case. Ocean Spit, the little show about big things, folks. How about for another quick sponsor? We're going to talk about my wife company who does these great something called Laura Ocean Solutions. It's increasing profits while reducing credit card fees. If your company runs with credit cards, you're looking for an honest person. The reason why she's going to give you better deals, ladies and gentlemen, because she owns the company. There's no middlemen there. So try it. Go to LauraOceanSolutions.com and find out more information. Also, let's give it up for Portillo's, a great food, of course, the great Portillo's. You know, our son Joe works in the marketing department. If you're a non-profit organization looking to raise some money for your group, Portillo's can help you with that. Anything, if you decide to have this group, this nonprofit thing with Portillo's, anything they sell over $200 that day, you get 20% of the profit. So more people there, the more money you make. If you're interested, call our son Joe Fank at 224-636-3646 or go to jfank, that's F-A-N-K, no R, at portillos.com. And get on that because we can all use a little fundraising. Absolutely. Very important. All right, folks, a couple more things here. It is Monday, the 16th of May. How about this, man? You got to love this. Here's a man. He was actually, he's a town sheriff in Sarasota, Florida. His name is Josh Cox. And ladies and gentlemen, he dedicated 68 wheelchairs to pets with disabilities. Sometimes you see dogs with no legs or cat. So he donated out of his own money. He bought 68 of these mechanical wheelchairs for these dogs and pets that are disabled. So kudos, a good thing, good news, Mr. Josh Cox, C-O-K, Deputy Sheriff of Sarasota, Florida. Hey, you guys, if you're going to be going on Social Security, I'm going to be 60 this year. I don't know. Some of you guys might be on it. Some might happen in 5 years. I don't know, whenever you want to retire. But Social Security check could jump up to 8.6%. There would be the biggest hit since 1996. Could it happen? Let's hope so. Social Security, I mean, if they're thinking about going electric, these cars, if this is going to happen, folks, how does somebody on a fixed income afford an electric car? How does somebody on Social Security afford an electric car? So this 8.6 increase for Social Security, it would be a good thing. That's according to CBS. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an incredible thing. And I didn't know about this till I read this. Laughter. Now, we know laughter is good for us. More laughing, the better. But, folks, 6-year-olds average laugh about 300 times a day. Now, that's a 6-year-old. Adults may laugh 100 times a day for 15 minutes. So the portion of this thing is laugh as much as you can. I know it's hard because in the morning sometimes you're dealt with stuff that you have no control over. Were you on it or need an extra job to live on it alone? Oh, there you go, Carol. Some people have to do that. Oh, there you go, Jerry. Put your passports in the luggage and lock it. That's a great idea, Jerry. Flip-flops on the floor. The new mantra is don't ask for permission. Beg for forgiveness. Well, that's a good one, Denise. Yeah. No laughing, Miller. Gil, how you doing, pal? Hope you're doing well. All right. So, like I said, I love this quote, and it's going to be part of my logo here. Be a little twisted. You want to get along in life? Be a little twisted. Because I'm going to tell you, crazy and nuts on one side is one thing. A little nutty in the middle and a little twisted is good, or complete on the other side. So I like to be in the middle. Sometimes I'm on this side too. So I always said this from the day one, folks. A loud guy who's a little obnoxious sometimes and says his mind in peace. Yes, annoying sometimes, but at least you know where we're coming from. And those quiet little sneaky bastards that don't say anything, they're the first ones to go into a bank and shoot everybody up. So try to be a little bit in the middle, but be a little twisted. Absolutely. Tracy, Mike and Tracy, I want to thank you guys so much. First of all, for seeing you guys on Saturday night at the Speakeasy. And then Sunday, Mike and Tracy from Good Clean Fun open for Pizza Noon of Hermits. Anyway, so they opened the show, did a great acoustic set, just them two, which did an incredible job. And then they came up to the Speakeasy, and me and Mike saying there's a kind of a hush because Michael played with Peter Noon for a few years. And then Tracy and Michael did I Got You, Babe, which is great. And they're part of my 30th anniversary on the 29th. So thank you guys again. Appreciate it. No, thank you guys. All right. We got some more birthdays here. Let's see what we got here. Giancarlo Esposito, a great actor. And I love Giancarlo. That's my father's name. The great Giancarlo Esposito celebrates a birthday. The bass player from the band Cream, Jack Bruce, celebrates a birthday, everybody. How about Stephanie Johnson from the Ron Onesti organization? Stephanie, happy birthday. Stephanie from the Ron Onesti organization. Ian Usbury was the lead singer from the band called The Cult. He's also was in the New Doors, celebrates a birthday. Mara Wazer, my good friend out there for many years in Texas. I don't know if you're watching today, but let's say happy heavenly birthday to Bob up in heaven. One of my favorites, Gene Cornish, of course, originally from the Rascals. Also one of my favorite pop bands called Photomaker. So happy birthday, Gene Cornish, 78 years old today. How about Mark Giangreco, great sports guy from Chicago. Love Mark. He's fantastic. Celebrates a birthday. From the Chicago Cubs, William Contreras, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, celebrates a birthday. Oh, yes. The great Bobby Darin celebrates a birthday this past weekend. Judy Garland would have been 100 years old coming up this month. The great Judy Garland. Richie Valens, La 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 Bamba, celebrates a birthday. Stevie Wonder, I always said he celebrated a birthday this past weekend. Darius Rucker, Hootie and the Blowfish, and now he's a country artist. I don't know what he sings, but I know what he did for Hootie. Happy birthday. My good friend from Elmwood Park High School, Pam Himmel-Wolf, celebrated a birthday. Pam, this past weekend. C.C. DeVille, the guitar player from the band Poison, celebrates a birthday. George Lucas, the man behind Star Wars, celebrated a birthday this past weekend. 78 years old. One of my favorite character actors, Reservoir Dogs, the great Tim Roth. He's one of the great actors, too, celebrates a birthday as well. We also lost another great actor from Tremors and a lot of other great movies, the great Fred Ward. He was a great character actor as well, passed away at the age of 79 years old. The great Fred Ward. Yeah, I love Secret Tracy. Yeah, you got to love Poison. They had some good songs. Janice, Mark Giangreco now, he's not on, I'm a tweeter. We're on friends on social media, and I've done some parties for him. He writes a column for some stuff, but he's not on any news program. I think he's working on getting something back. That's another deal that should have never happened. He should have never got fired, Mark Giangreco. You know what? I think if he wasn't Italian, because we're always targeted as it is. He said a comment, come on, man. What's wrong with this world? Crazy. Anyway, I hope you had a good birthday. Waterbeds. Have you ever had a waterbed when you were a kid or a teenager? I won one. Remember a place called, you guys might remember when you used to stay out late and go out bar hopping? There was a place called Stay Outs on Manheim Road. It stayed open till 4 o'clock. Well, Joan Howard, which was Mo Howard's daughter, had a book. Mo Howard, of course, of the Three Stooges. And she did a book signing, and she showed up at Stay Out, and they had through trivia questions, and whoever won a Pepper's Waterbed Warehouse. Not only the bed, but the dresser and the the hutch and all that. It was a whole furniture set. And I got to win for winning. My name is Mo. How about that? Pretty cool. Might have been rigged. I don't know. But I won. But waterbeds, pain in the ass though, right? It was nice when you had the heater in the summer and the cooler in the winter, but then after a while, yeah, a little cry. I know a guy that worked at Peppers. Yes, Steve. No, it wasn't Peppers. It was New Dawn. That was a solely with Waterbed Warehouse. There you go, Stevie. How you doing, my good friend, my good pal? Steve, hope you're doing well. Nice co-worker, huh? Yes. Reply to Denise. Oh, she probably didn't like him to begin with. There you go. Patrick had one. Okay. Hey, and I love this quote, folks. And I think everybody that I meet, one thing you're going to remember about something, folks. Every day you meet somebody, you're always going to there's somebody you meet new. You're always going to find out something that you didn't know, which is great about meeting people, good and bad. But the best part about being authentic. Now, some of you, I know a lot of my friends are authentic in their own ways. Now, I'm a little loud and I'm authentic in my way, I believe. But here's one thing I really like about it, is that there's no image that you have to maintain. You will either delight people or you will disturb others. None of it would concern the thought of you just being you. So always be you. You might have to tune down a little bit. Did I tune down a bit? Yes. Do I still need to tune down a little bit more? Probably. But I'm going to be 60 in December. So I don't know how more I can tune down. Not good for stuff. There you go, Tony. Absolutely. Oh, I love this quote. This is a funny stuff. I'm making a fortune selling security systems door to door. And if the people aren't home, I leave a brochure in the kitchen. Just goes to show that this guy's robbing your house. And if you call him, you'll be able to put security in there so you won't get robbed. Murray. Great post by Murray Weiner. Johnny Depp. Thank God that's all over with. I think it's all over with. That crazy girlfriend of his, that Amber, whew, what a whack job she was. Anyway, Johnny Depp was probably the only guy that could have really used an Amber Alert. The great Johnny Depp, everybody. We are live, Mr. Antonelli. So give me a couple minutes. I'll call you right back.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, that's right. Bobby Brown, according to his A. Remember Bobby Brown, of course, the late husband. Oh, no, he didn't pass away. He's still alive. But, of course, he was married to Whitney Houston. In his A&E documentary said he was molested by a priest when he was a child. It's kind of funny that these guys wait till a book comes out or a documentary on their lives for saying anything that sexually happened to them. Now, you hear that about the priests, the kids. Horrible how they take them from one parish and move them to another. It's been going on for years. But Bobby Brown had to say that in his documentary. I'm tired of hearing of Johnny Depp. I know, Emil. I'm tired too, my friend. And, folks, here's one little bit of advice. How about Alfonso Ribeiro? Of course, he played Carlson on Fresh Prince. He can't stand when people go up to him and ask him to do the Carlson. He says, I'm a black guy, and I'm not dancing for you. I quote. Stop asking him to do the Charleston. He's not going to do it for you. Do you imagine that guy's got to be every minute somebody meets this guy? It's got to become a pain in the ass. It was almost like, what if you were like Mr. Whipple and they kept asking you to squeeze the Charmin every time you seen him? That's got to be a pain. You're going to lose your mind. Of course, Mr. Whipple was squeezing the Charmin, right? So if you meet this guy, stop asking him. He's not going to dance for you, folks. Never miss with someone's livelihood. There's other ways to deal with people you don't like. Denise, I love that. The Carlton, thank you, Lucia. Hope you're doing well. Charleston, I never watched Fresh Prince, so I couldn't tell you. But there you go. So, what do I know? LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers, according to the NBA, if you're a LeBron fan or not, there's always that thing that's always going to happen. Is LeBron better than Michael? Is Michael better than LeBron? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm more of a LeBron James fan until he opens his mouth. But as a player, he's my favorite. Not my favorite player, but I think he's better than Michael. That's just me. I'm not a Bulls fan, so relax. You know, I'm a Knicks fan, so just relax. But he is the highest paid athlete. Let me tell you something, folks. He's an NBA player. Now, you know, sports people make a lot of money. Yes, Denise, I totally understand that. But $127 million a year. Who cares? Move on to the next subject. Another woman in Florida was arrested. Now, these are good stories. The part that she got arrested is a good story. The part that she only got arrested is a bad story. This woman shot her dog 173 times with a BB gun in Florida and was arrested. 173 times? What did you use your dog? Like you were at an arcade going bing, 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 like you're shooting cans? This is your dog? And you shoot it 173 times? Forget jail. Why don't you know what? Put her in the garden, not in the garden. Put her in the where the cell is when they go outside, and take a ping and shoot her as she's running back and forth like she's one of those clowns at a circus. Why does everybody got to pick on kids and pets? Take a BB gun and shoot yourself. Put one in your ass and see what happens. Crazy woman here. Well, it's sick, Kathy. You should just be happy people still acknowledge him. Lucia, obviously mentally, right? Denise, isn't it crazy? And the other thing about it is some of these people might be mentally screwed up there. And if you're mentally, because of that's a condition and it's a disease, you have to try to maintain that. If they've been fucked up and they're on shit and doing crap like that, or there's just some mean people in this world. Distilled water. Have you heard about this? A jug of distilled water at one particular time you can get for what, 89 cents? They're selling some places for $59. Have you heard about this, or am I just crazy? This is distilled water. Don't be the moms and use distilled water for babies. I use distilled water for my humidor. But I think that's part of the right, distilled water with babies. $59 for a jug of water? Yeah, you were so right. Terrible. Close the door in the hospital on her. Hospital? Hospital's too nice to her. Close the door to prison. They should use her for target practice, Mary. You're absolutely right. They should be the same to her. But instead, places gun up right up her ass, Lucia. I agree with you. Shoot it. Holy water. There you go, General. How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. All right. It's getting warm out, folks. It's getting hot. Now, you guys know when you're out there shopping and running your errands, and sometimes you bring your dog with you. Please remember, and I want to thank Jerry James for posting this on his page a couple days ago. Remember, when the temperature outside is 75, inside your car is 118. That's if it's just sitting there. If the temperature outside is 77 degrees, inside your car is 123. If the temperature outside is 81, inside your car is 138 degrees. Now, there are people, let me repeat that. Let me rephrase that. There are assholes that leave their kids or dogs in their car as they go shopping or they go run their errands while you have babies or kids in your car, or you leave your dog with the window cracked like this. They will die in those cars. Please. Most smart people know not to do that. But you got your jerks out there because you hear about it all the time. I hope you're... Thank you, Denise. I'm glad I can make you laugh. See? You need to laugh. Dumb freaking asshole, no brains. Ignorant people. Absolutely. All right, folks. Now, you heard the story. We're down. I'm almost done. You know the story here in Illinois. And I'm just going to make you guys, if you don't know this already, and my friend Greg Reaney out of Florida, by the way, happy anniversary to Greg and his wife, Kathy, if they're listening. Also, happy birthday, Michelle Rialto. Michelle from Schaumburg. Melissa. Happy birthday, Melissa, from My Party Princess. Love you, sweetie. All right. Now, You know, if you win the Mega Million, the millions and millions of dollars here in Illinois, you will not get your money until the Illinois debt is paid off. You do realize that. So I wouldn't play the Mega one because you're not going to get paid if you win. Not in Illinois. Go to Wisconsin or go to Indiana. But CNN reports, CNN, with the channel, has more employees than viewers. That's right, folks. Mega lottery winner claims right because they read the wrong number on the screen. So when they told the numbers, you know, like they do, the little ball comes up and they said the wrong number. So somebody thought he won. They said a 15, a 20, a 61, and a 70. But the number 9 had a little line underneath it and made it look like it was 19. So the lady said 9, even though it was 19. So the question is, the winner shouldn't get that money? Absolutely, they should. It was the girl's fault for reading it wrong. And because she read it wrong, I want my money if it was to win. No glitches, Albert. Thank you. And you're right, Denise. Illinois will never be paid off. Absolutely. There you go. Do you guys think, it's the last question of the day, should they get their money? I think they should. I think they should still win their money. Anyway, Ocean Spit, the little show about big things. They read 6 instead of 9. There you go. Thank you, Richard. And thank you guys for correcting that. Great show as usual, Mo. Thanks for levity in the crazy world. Break a leg this week. Thank you, Gil. You too. Folks, don't forget, Wednesday we will be at Manny's, me and Jerry Jams in Elmhurst. That's a 7 o'clock hit. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Rhino, 8 o'clock. And Saturday will be at Champion Sports Bar in Plainfield, Illinois. That's an 8 o'clock hit as well. And don't forget, May 29th, my 30th anniversary bash. It's going to happen at the Des Plaines Theater, oshows.com. Get your tickets. I can't wait for that night. It's going to be great. And this Monday coming up, May 23rd, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing an interview on WBBM Radio, #1 talk radio station in Chicago at 10:30 in the morning. This Monday coming up, May 23rd. We'll keep you guys informed on that. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. I want to say have a safe trip to my buddy Dave Antonelli out there from Patriot Funding Incorporated. And speaking of Patriot, that's the last sponsor of the day. Patriot Funding Incorporated, folks, when timing is everything, commercial money lending at its finest. Hard money. That's right. You can get it. Call now. He will take care of you. You need that money and you need it now. You know, you call my buddy Dave Antonelli at 630-675-4730. That's Patriot Funding Incorporated. He's out of Roselle, Illinois. I also want to say thank you to our executive producer, April, and my good friend, Mr. A. If you're watching, I hope everything goes well tomorrow. Sure. All right. So thank you all very much for watching. You guys have an incredible day. Please enjoy the day. In the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love, peace and love. Go out and support local establishments and live entertainment. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same station. God bless you. Peace and out.